Hello, good morning. Um, I recently woke up, which is why my hair looks all messy, and I'm not gonna fix that, so you'll have to deal. Um, alright, so today I slept from around 2 a.m. till 5 a.m., and then again from maybe 6 till 11. And I don't remember what I dreamt the first time around at all. Too bad. But I do remember what I dreamt now. It was long and cool. Kind of fuzzy, but I do remember a lot. I remember being in a house with a lot of people, a lot of friends, and we got stoned, and everybody were stoned and happy. And at one point I remember looking out the window and seeing people float, and I was like, how are they floating? What are they doing? And then I saw that there are a bunch of people doing this. It's not just like two people. There are a bunch of people doing this. It's like a phenomena. And they had some sort of special device that enabled them to float. I just remembered that. I didn't remember this up till right now when I started talking. And I remember telling my mom, I'm so happy. I had such a great day today. Because I saw the floating people. And later on I remember taking a bus and driving with a bunch of people to like an open day at a university or something, which is something that I'm supposed to be doing soon, so it makes sense for me to dream about that. And what was nice was that we organized this ourselves. Like, the students that were going organized this for themselves, when usually the people who organize these things are students who already go to the college or university. So I remember reaching the stop point and having to turn back, and like the stop point had a building, like a small cabin place, I don't know. And I remember taking my stuff from there really, really, really fast and having a hard time carrying it all. I remember taking my coat. I have this red coat in Waking Life, and I remember taking that from there. And when I woke up and thought about that, I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to take my coat there. It's going to get cold after a while. So it's nice that my subconscious is aware of the fact that it's going to get cold after a while in college. And I remember getting back on the bus and people talking about how great it is that we've set this up ourselves so that we don't have to like meet deadlines that have nothing to do with us. Sorry that it's taken me so long to form sentences. I just woke up, and that's what happens. Okay, so the next part of the dream, I remember standing in a room there were many, many, many people there. It was like a huge party. And I was standing next to my first love, guy I met when I was 16. And he's like someone that I can't bear to look at, because I got really brokenhearted when we broke up. And I think that up till having this dream today, I think that if we met before, I'd have like a really hard time standing next to him, and after we broke up, I had a really hard time standing next to him or being in the same room with him without feeling like the floor is just slipping under my feet. And in the dream I was standing next to him, and there were two people in front of us, a man and a woman, and we were talking to them, and the guy who was my my first love, made this face like and I looked at him and I laughed and I said, "Stop making that face." And it was all very friendly and fun and easygoing, and I mean, that's just my wish dream coming true in my dream, because I would love for a situation like that to be possible. Out of all the possible ways I'd want to interact with him, that's the most amazing way, because he's not the center of attention anymore. He's just there, experiencing something with me and having a good time with me. So that was really, really fun to experience. Okay, now the dream kind of jumps around. The next thing I remember was being in a house, someone's house, and I remember thinking about, I was in his porch. It was a ground house, and I was in the porch. I remember the structure of it. The porch was square, and at one side of the porch there were blinds, like you'd have on a window, like a closet that was made out of blinds. Is that the right word? Those white things that move like this. And I remember walking around his porch and thinking to myself, oh yeah, there was another part of the dream where I changed bodies with a girl who had long black hair. And she had amazing hair, and I enjoyed myself so much having hair like hers. I also had glasses at this part of the dream, and I remember at one point taking them off and putting the glasses in the pocket of my shirt and expecting my vision to get better. Somehow I think I probably knew that I was dreaming, and this often happens when I'm dreaming. I used to have glasses in real life, and sometimes I dream that I have glasses and then I take them off. I remember that I don't have glasses anymore and I see well. So this is something that I'm used to doing in my dreams. So yeah, that didn't happen. I took them off and I expected to see better, but I didn't see better, so I had to put them back on. And I just remember enjoying brushing my hair and looking in the mirror and enjoying myself and telling her that her hair is amazing. I don't remember what happened when. It all kind of jumbles together. For some reason I think that happened before, because the whole body exchange thing led me to think about Harry Potter, and if someone was in Sirius's body when they thought Sirius was a villain and wanted to arrest him, then they could take the person's body who Sirius swapped with and arrested him, and then when the bodies swapped back, they'd have Sirius in prison. But then I thought, yeah, but Sirius didn't end up being the bad guy. And as soon as I thought that, the person who was living in the house I was in, that I didn't even know I was in someone else's house, I was just walking around. But then as soon as I thought that thought, someone walked into the house and I was like, oh crap, I have to hide. And I remember tucking myself between the closet that was made out of blinds in the porch and the end of the porch, and hoping so badly that I won't get spotted. I remember wearing a skirt, a long, beautiful skirt, and some sort of top. And I remember being able to see that the person who was living in the house walked inside, and he was walking across the corridor. I saw him in the windows, and he walked into the shower and started taking a shower, and I saw him, just the top part of him. And he was looking out the window with this weird smile, and I was like, can he see me? He's looking right at me. Can he see me? But he couldn't see me. But then, a bunch of family members of his came over, and they all came out to the porch, and I was like, oh crap, I have to run. So I jumped over the fence of the porch and ran as hard as I could, and I was in this place, some sort of settlement, and they had this front gates that were closing on me as soon as I was running towards them. And I was running and running and running, and I tried to get out of the front gate before it closed, but it closed on me, and there was a woman there, and she was very confident in the whole "you're not going to get past me" thing. and she started talking to me about why I can't go through, and sorry, my computer shut down on me. I hope you saw it all. So she started talking to me why I can't go through, and she was like pleasant, you know, easygoing and pleasant, and I don't really remember what she was saying because I was busy looking at the ground and finding gigantic fucking wasps. There were like exoskeletons of wasps this big on the floor. They were red and orange, and they had huge stings. Like, I'm sure wasps don't actually look like this in real life, but that's what I found, like, in the soil that was next to the place we were sitting at. And then another guy came, and they were talking to each other about why I can't go through. And I ended up escaping, just running off in the middle, after finding maybe 3 of the exoskeletons on the floor. Whew, long dream, huh? And then I ran and ran and ran through the soil. There was soil on the ground, and then there was this wall of stone and concrete, and I started climbing on the wall. And then another guy came behind me, and I think he sprayed water on the people to make them move. There were people all over the wall, and over the wall was a street in Jerusalem that I climbed onto. I didn't know this until I got there. And as the dude that came from behind me, and I think he sprayed water over everyone to make them move, as he came, I found like 2 vegetables that were shaped kind of weird, and I held them like guns. And I remember someone saying, I think it was me saying, but I didn't feel like my mouth was moving, so I don't know. But I said, watch out, people, I have cucumbers and I'm not afraid to use them. I don't know what it was. I don't think I said cucumbers. I don't remember what I said, but it was funny. It was like out of an American movie. And okay, so then I ended up in the street in Jerusalem, and I started running across the road. Like, there was a road where cars went, and it was like a lot of cars. It was dangerous to run around there, but I did because I was really in a hurry. And I ran and ran and ran, and when I reached the sidewalk, I knew I had to keep on going to reach somewhere specific that I needed to go to, which took me back to the place where everybody was at the part where I was with a lot of people and friends, and there was this girl that I was in her body and changed hair, like her hair was beautiful. I needed to get back to the place where I was on that part of the dream. So as soon as I got to the sidewalk, I met this old woman who was walking all slowly, and she turned around to me and she was like, this place costs 1,100 shekels per month, and it's just fine. She was all old and grumpy and annoying, and she was talking about a rent of a place. I don't know. I mean, I do know. Next year when my semester starts, I need to find an apartment, so it's like obvious to me that that woman was the I'm sorry, I'm looking for a word. I'll find it. Okay, that woman was the manifestation of my worries and my way of thought regarding this, you know, like I have to plan ahead and find a good apartment or whatever. So in the dream, when she said that, I was like, 1,100 shekels per month. You know, it's not that much. It's actually pretty good, but I don't want to live in Jerusalem. It's a crap city. So I kept walking, and I reached this place. There were a lot of people my age, and we were all going off somewhere, like a bus, but I wasn't on a bus to begin with, right? That's what it felt like. And someone was talking in the background, and I realized that we were going to walk into a place for tourists, and that you could buy really pretty things there. And yeah, you could buy door signs in there. They didn't look like door signs, no, they looked like books. They looked weird. They opened up and you could put stuff in them. You had all sorts of, they were elongated instead of rectangular like you would usually see door signs. And it was like this small inn, and the woman in the front desk was selling these things, and they were in a basket, and everybody was like swarming to them to check them out. They were supposed to be like the highlight of this event. I didn't get them. I didn't get why they were so special, but I looked at them anyways with everyone. Then we dispersed back to our rooms, and I remember walking back and like thinking that the place was empty and looking for people, and was like, where is everybody? Where is everybody? And opening a door and then seeing like the room was dark. The room that I opened the door to was dark, and I saw like two people on the bed, and I heard someone say my aunt's name, a different aunt that I've spoken of till now. Like, she's married, and it was like her husband talking to her and like telling her, why did you wake me, when I was actually the one who woke them. And then I closed the door, and I was thinking, are they having sex? No, I don't think they were having sex, because I mean, they sounded really asleep, so I don't think so. And then I walked into another room, and it was empty. And then I walked into another room, and there were people there. I also remember a part, I don't remember if it was here or before. I remember being with my brother and a bunch of other people in a room in front of a huge mirror. And yeah, it was there. I walked into another room, and my brother was there, and there was a huge mirror. And my hair, that used to be long and black, was now short and black. It was really, really short in the back, and then like this, a bit longer in the front. And my mom asked me, what, did you cut your hair again? Because I cut my hair like completely off a while ago in waking life, and obviously she didn't like it. She likes long hair. And I was like, yeah, I only cut it like up to my neck. It's not that bad this time. And then my brother helped me shape it up into this crazy form, and he had a blow dryer in his hand, and he was like blow drying my hair. And I had a hair ribbon here for like a split second, and I took it off, but in the time that it was on my hair, the blow dryer shaped my hair so that the front was like too flat, and then the rest was all puffy, and it looked bad. And I was like looking at my brother going like, can you fix this? It didn't work out well. And I mean, I already know that, your hair is like a symbol for your persona, the way you perceive yourself and all that in a dream, so it's just symbolic that way. And my brother, the one who was in the dream, I perceive him as a person who knows how to sell themselves, how to portray themselves in front of others. He's always like upbeat and talking in a way that makes other people like him. So it makes sense for me to turn to him in the dream. And then I remember talking to someone and saying, I had so much fun yesterday, and I was talking about the scene with my first love. And I was like, I had so much fun yesterday seeing him and talking to him, being next to him. And at that point, for some reason, I thought that we were acting out something from a Greek story, and that my first love was Hercules, and the person who was standing in front of me was another Greek character who was supposed to be really beautiful, or was it the other way around? I don't remember. But I remember when I was talking to the person in the last scene of my dream, I was laughing and saying that it's ridiculous because these people are not attractive enough or strong enough to play those characters. But they did. And the person who was talking to me was like, really, they did? Are you sure? I was like, yeah, I was there. Your mind makes these things up as you go, so you'd have something to dream about. But it was enjoyable. I enjoyed doing that. So that was tonight's dream, and I think I'm going back to sleep. I'm going to eat something, and I'm going right back to sleep. Or making a phone call and going back to sleep. Either way, I might end up recording more today. I hope you enjoyed this. You probably didn't because it's really boring and only interesting to me. But I know there's one person watching out there, so I hope you've enjoyed this at least. Have a great day. Bye.